Tyler Perry seems to think that if a character is more vulgar, meaning they cuss more and they say more vulgarities, that they're automatically funnier. Even with the disclaimer at the beginning of the film, even with we know that Joe is vulgar, he's never been this vulgar, by the way.
Yeah, this is the most vulgar that he's ever been.
Also, where was Joe's oxygen tank? This is the Tyler Perry universe. Logic, throw it over there. Reasoning, get that out of here. Sometimes you got to turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, is this really happening?
Because, like, I don't know why you put me through it.
Brandon.
No, I'm blaming you.
Tyler Leviticus Perry, you've done it again. You know, everyone goes on because everybody nowadays is making cinematic universes, right? You know that?
Yeah.
So you have the Quentin Tarantinos of the world who have their description of what their universe is and how it works. And of course, everybody knows about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? That's the big one. But none of them, I mean, nobody's universe has anything on the Tyler Perry universe, the Madea-verse, right? Brandon, let's get into what we came here to do. We're going to be reviewing Tyler Perry's Joe's College Road Trip, which the title is not. Do we ever get to college, Brandon? Did we ever get to college, bro?
I'm honestly glad we didn't.
Listen.
I think it would have made it worse. I don't know.
Somehow we're gonna get through this somehow, okay?
Shit, liquor. I'll get through
it. My name is TeaRon. That's TeaRon period. And this is another episode of Ubiquitous Black's Reviews. And we already said what we're talking about. And doing this with me today, somehow, some way we're gonna get through this is Mr. BK. BK, how you feeling?
An hour and 51 minutes
is wild for this concept. Very wild.
Very. I expected at the most an hour and a half. At the most, and even then that wasn't even necessary.
Yeah, that's what I expected too. I expected like 90 minutes, maybe. Little something. Let's just say this, okay? Hey, so this film revolves around one of Tyler Perry's
many children. Because I like to add, what happened to the daughter? We had the two films following her, and then suddenly out of nowhere, who is this nigga? I don't know this nigga. I don't remember this nigga. And 4 minutes into the film, you pissing me off. He pissing me. And I mean, of course, he's supposed to. I understand that's the plot of the film. But, 4 minutes? 4 minutes? I didn't even get a chance to breathe, T.
Listen, so the anchor of the film is supposed to be Joe, which is Madea's brother, right? And what we get at the opening of the film, already, my eyes, if I could roll these motherfuckers 360, not 360 this way, but this away, that's how hard I was rolling my eyes at the opening. So we get like that history, like, what is it? Documentary or educational film voiceover
of Joe,
of Joe, his flashbacks. I knew then though, because here's the thing. Here's what I'm thinking. If this is about a college road trip, why do we even need this? And when did we establish Joe being a pimp?
I mean,
when was this established?
He said that he used to.
Yeah, but in a joking way. Yeah. It wasn't supposed to be real. It wasn't supposed to be he actually was and then he's supposed to be how old? 89?
Yeah.
The math. Let's talk about the math Tyler Perry, your math is not mathing. It's just not mathing. Because how old is Medea, bro? Oh God! So this is the character that revolves around. They give us a bit of backstory with Joe. Joe is a character that people have gotten familiar with over the years because he's always in Medea films.
Mhm.
He's more so comic relief, and he has little inserts and little quips. One thing that I couldn't help but notice, Brandon, and you know this because you went through the Tyler Perry-ness of it all too. One thing that I noticed is this: Tyler Perry seems to think that if a character is more vulgar, meaning they cuss more and they say more vulgarities, that they're automatically funnier.
A little bit yes, a little bit yeah, but man, I can agree. Mainly, it's one thing where it's like he's adding more vulgarity to already.
All of his productions lately.
Yes, but specifically to characters who were already kind of vulgar in a sense, but at least for the standard of film that he was making back in the day for the Christian audience, they were vulgar for them. But now that more of like a more diverse audience has been tuning into the Medea, not really diverse, but diverse. What I mean, diverse in a sense is like less Christian, basically. Just
there we go. Let's talk about what it is.
Yeah,
listen. The people that put him on that Christian money, Tyler Perry basically told y'all, hey, y'all can kiss his. Mm. He's gonna start being more of who he really is and putting more of his real thoughts and real verbiage into these films. And he's not holding back, and he just basically uses Madea and Joe as what's the word?
He's using.
No, there's a different word. It's not vessels.
Basically, yeah. He's
what is it? What is it when avatars for who he? There we go. He uses them as avatars for who he like. This is stuff that goes on his mind. I looked at the time on the screen, nigga. The first 15 minutes. Most of that is Tyler Perry in a scene with himself.
I was gonna say that's Tyler Perry talking to himself, basically.
You two ruled by fear, okay? I'm scared to death of both of you.
Hey, what wrong with ruling by fear?
Little nigga, you better, your ass still better be scared of me.
Here's one thing that I think they just don't get. When you're doing these, so you think about the masters of this craft, meaning playing multiple characters at the same time, Eddie Murphy being a notable one, and other people have done it along the way. The dialogue should kind of overlap, right? So if you're in a kitchen at your grandparents' house or your parents' house and you're having a conversation about whatever, in this case, they were talking about his son. We'll get to that in a second. The dialogue at some point should one over the top of the other. In this case, it's unrealistic dialogue and it takes too long. Tyler Perry's he suffers. He makes us suffer through dialogue that does not move the plot.
Yeah.
In order to get all his punchlines out, everything he wrote, whatever he wrote, he wants to get all those lines out and make you suffer through every single one of them. If there's a joke that's meant to be funny, it stops being funny when you drag it out. That's my issue. We sit there with I don't even know what Tyler Perry's his other character's name is. Terry, I don't know. What's the character when he's just playing nothing?
I don't know. Craig?
Brian. It's Brian, right?
Yes.
Brian. Okay. Brian, he's playing Brian. He's playing Madea and he's playing Joe. The dialogue goes like this. Why would you say that? The other character says, well, what do you mean why I would say that? And then the other character, yeah, that's what I would have said. And they all kind of take their turns saying the lines, and there's never any dialogue. So when you're naturally having a conversation, you're gonna cut each other off, in little moments of, but these characters just go on and on and on and on about nothing.
Yeah.
About nothing.
I noticed that.
Just to get off these little weak ass jokes.
I noticed that, like, watching that scene, like, anytime it's just three of them, it goes on for too long. especially
and the camera don't move.
like nothing really.
Everybody's in the same position. It's because it's cheap.
And you really notice that when Tyler Perry, aka Brian, is asking like, "Why am I even here? Why this was a waste of time? Why am I even here?" Asking it multiple questions, like asking multiple times, saying it over and over again,
repeating.
Okay,
himself.
yeah, nigga, leave. Like, nigga, leave. You said it multiple times. Go somewhere then, please. You're dragging this on. Like, you're dragging this specific scene. Like, I noticed that this was dragging on for a while. Just this specific scene. Everything
and it took us nowhere.
Yeah, and it took us nowhere. Everything, like, nothing else in the movie felt as slow paced to me as that scene specifically. Like, I physically felt it dragging. Because why are we spending so much time on this conversation?
BJ, who's played by Jermaine Harris, okay, and basically BJ he has a lot of white friends. He went to a private school. He's preparing to go to college, and for some reason, he's downplaying the significance of HBCUs. Okay. Here's the thing. What Tyler Perry does in these films is he pinpoints a social issue, like an ongoing thing that's, people are saying and discussing right now. So he speaks about DEI. He speaks about, the importance of HBCUs. He also tries to pinpoint the importance of Black people knowing their Black history.
Mhm.
All of these things are correct.
Right.
However, not all of us are meant to be on the front lines of certain issues, because the understanding that it's just very shallow. Let me put it that way, right? And I feel like I don't know of anybody, and I could be wrong when I say this. I don't know of anybody who's watching a Tyler Perry film. They're saying, "Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I that's something I never knew about. I didn't know what HBCU stood for." And that's probably it. So his son basically doesn't know his own culture. So what they decide to do is to send him on a college road trip with his grandfather to learn his roots, right? His grandfather is Joe.
Why? I mean, you haven't said anything. Did I do something wrong? You've never wanted me to spend any time with Grandpa.
Yeah, I know, but your grandpa, he really wanted this, and he really likes you. He really likes you.
No, he doesn't. He reminds me all the time.
Bruh. We we got so far into the movie before we got on the road, fam. Like this was never the case. And none of the dialogue, none of the lessons that we were supposed to be like it's supposed to be like a generational bonding experience. It didn't land.
Okay, Madea came up with this crazy idea, right? For some reason, she thinks it would be a good idea, I think this is comical really, for you to drive BJ across country and teach him about life and, take him on his college road trip. I just thought that is so ridiculous. That is so, not my daddy, he wouldn't do that.
I'm sorry, what fucker would you laughing at?
And so the motivating factor for this whole thing to take place was the fact that they felt like he was not in touch enough with his Black roots. Cool, we can run with that. But then the straw that broke the camel's back that made the Brian character finally give in was when he pulled up on his son outside playing with his friends, and they were pretending to be like wizards and trolls and all whatever they were.
Yeah, like I didn't see the problem with that.
I like, why can't what? And he was like, oh, yeah, okay, fine, we'll let Joe do it.
That was it. That was what took.
That was, yeah. I'm like, come
the
on.
Conversation. I'm telling you, the second that boy said, why do HBCUs even exist, nigga?
That was enough.
That was enough. Get your ass on the road now.
That was enough. Fast forward, we finally get on the road, and we run into things like a cotton field.
I don't know, but I don't know. I'm kind of glad that we went through the cotton field, considering how that boy, the second they rolled past, he talked about some, Grandpa, what's all this white stuff?
Nobody would say that.
Nobody would say that. Like even the coons would recognize that that's cotton.
Then there were the flashbacks. Were you awake for the flashbacks?
That's the question. Yes. Yes.
Brian was talking to his father, and the flashbacks didn't stop. Number one, it would have been funny with one or two. We kept getting more flat. Well, there was that time that you. Well, there was that, and it's very lazy, like serving it up. Like, well, remember that one time that you know how the Family Guy does?
Yeah, like the cutaways.
Just laying it up. Well, there was that time I asked you where babies come from. And then we cut to that scene. And we see a younger Joe holding his son down with a pregnant hoe on the side of the curb giving birth. And he said, "You see that pussy? Look at that pussy. That's where babies come from. See that pussy?" Just because you say bad words doesn't make you more funny. The same as just because you make a villain that, cusses and spits doesn't make them more villainous. Tyler, you got to stop, bro. You got to stop. If Joe is 89, right? He's also, where was Joe's oxygen tank?
He always needed.
He always is sitting next to an oxygen tank. Where was his oxygen tank? He's just going around doing who knows
Yeah,
what.
he ain't need that oxygen tank when he was fighting the whole club of Klan members.
You want to know something else a black man invented? The motherfucking folding chair. Alabama ball bitches.
Fighting the whole club. And even then, that could have been fun if it wasn't dragged out. Like we were in that club we're not the club, we're in that bar or whatever for so long. There are some good things about the film. I absolutely love Millie Jackson.
Hey, Jenny, come here, baby. How you doing?
Sunday? Oh, yes, thank you. I'm not picky at all. As long as it's vegan, gluten-free, and responsibly farmed. What the fuck is he talking about?
And I loved that Tyler Perry reached out and put her in this film. If not for anything else, to get people to look into Millie Jackson, right? So if we're speaking about, foul mouth humor and things like this, Millie Jackson is like the quintessential, like, bad girl of her time. And she's, inspired so many others. But also she's a phenomenal singer and a legend in her own right. So I was glad to see that. And Tyler Perry always does do a good job of making sure to give people their flowers, especially if a lot of times if it's people who are unsung in a way, he does do a good job of, giving nods to them. So that I love seeing, right? I could have gotten more Millie Jackson. I would have been just fine. Oh, before we even got to the whorehouse, there was a scene in a bathroom. Were you awake for that?
Hold on now, I gotta recollect some things.
Oh, let me.
Oh,
tell you.
I remember. Yeah.
The penis dryer joke.
Oh, actually, Grandpa, you know when you need to try it out? The penis dryer.
What the shit? Motherfucker, you done lost your damn mind.
Tyler Leviticus Perry.
Tyler. Come on now.
You got the penis dryer though? Come on, fam. What? Come on. And then the little boy, let me not say little boy. The young man was supposed to be in there using the penis dryer.
Mm-hmm.
Joe says, "What are you doing?" He says, "It's a penis dryer." He said, "Get out of here." And Joe puts him out of the bathroom and then decides, let me go over here and see what this is. And then you see that it's a guy because he has a beard, right? And Joe's like, "Well, shit, I guess I'll use it." Tyler. Tyler, do you want to talk? Tyler, talk to us.
I mean, honestly, ain't much to tell.
Anyways, we get to the whorehouse. BK, walk us into the whorehouse if you remember. Because in the whorehouse, we ran into none other than Miss Pat, who was running the whorehouse.
Always worship Miss Pat.
Well, go to hell, more pushing for the cushion.
Yeah, most stabbing for the grabbing.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Good to see
Oh,
you too.
Pearl.
Yes. Every time. I love that woman.
What did you think about the scene, the overallness of the thing? Because I was excited to see Miss Pat as well.
Of course, yeah.
But
I was
context is important.
I love because I watched the Miss Pat show, and I still got to catch up with the recent season that they posted that they just released on BET. But I love Miss Pat. And so the fact that like Tyler Perry incorporated her into this film, it was a pleasant surprise. I didn't even know she was going to be in the film. So when I seen her, I was like, oh, okay, bet. I actually stood up. You know what I'm saying? I actually sat up in my seat a little bit because I was starting.
Oh, you woke up?
I was starting to sink. I ain't gonna lie, I was starting to sink a little bit, but I seen Miss Pat. I was like, oh, okay. So something to keep me interested for another 15 minutes. You got me rejuvenated for a little bit. See what you do with this time. And I would say it was time well spent. Not well spent, but it was well spent enough to keep me interested for what they had.
I mean, I enjoy Miss Pat. Here's the distinction. All right. When it comes to Miss Pat's brand of comedy, she gives you that brand of comedy, and it's almost a disclaimer that says, "This is Miss Pat's brand of comedy. Proceed with caution."
Very much so.
Tyler Perry says, "Praise the Lord, saints," and then surprises you with a scene of a girl getting hit from the back.
Yeah, I was very shocked to see,
and not just once. It went back to it a couple of times.
Two times, two different people. I was like, oh, we were doing that. Like it was real, and that's the thing. Like we walk into the scene. It's like they're not sugarcoating shit. They're not hiding anything. They're not. I'm like, oh, we're. I don't remember this in the plays. What? I don't remember this in Madea's Big Happy Family. What? Byron? What happened to that?
This is a long cry from that.
What happened to that?
Long cry from that. Even with the disclaimer at the beginning of the film, even with we know that Joe is vulgar. He's never been this vulgar, by the way.
Yeah, this is the most vulgar that he's ever been.
We get it, but you got to think about how to land those jokes in present time. This shit don't work. He even went as far as putting Madea in this film. So if you're watching this and you're passing by it and it's just the first few early scenes and your kids see Madea, you kind of know, okay, there's going to be some exaggerated drama, whatever.
Right.
But my 13-year-old can handle this.
No. Especially once we get to the whole house. Oh no, turn it off.
And the whorehouse scene just lasted too long. Everything about it lasted too long. And then we get to a point where they, like you said, traffic the girl in a sense. The way we get to the point where he finally calls his dad for help is stupid. I'm not going to even go into it. And then when we get to the final scene where there's a shootout, apparently there's some guys that are after Amber Rain's character because she's in the streets.
Yep.
And because of that, there's some guys that are after her. The guys end up having a shootout. And Joe, because he's Madea's brother, he has guns and he's teaching his grandson how to shoot a gun. You would never shoot like this, by the way, y'all. Never. You would never shoot like that. So, And then in the end, because I'm just gonna go to that part, and then we'll give our ratings here, bro. In the end, we get Joe riding off into the desert sunset, putting up his middle finger or whatever he was doing. And then Brian says, well, what is this?
I may be ugly, but dear God, us is here. Barbara Sealy. What just happened?
And that summed up the entire fucking movie for me, because that's what I wanted to know. What is this? What did we just watch? What did we just suffer through? What, Brandon?
I just want you to know, like, by this point in the film, the ending, that is the scene that I had to rewatch twice because the lack of sleep and the wine, they did a nice little fusion dance.
But it's also the lack of energy.
And that too. Like the lack of mental stimulation as well. It all just put it all into a pot, stirred it up, and that thing just boiled over. Child, when I tell you, by the time we got to the shootout, first of all, I was doing good the whole film. I was doing great. As much with what I was working with, I was doing great. And then I started to slouch it down because, dog, once we got to the whole house, I didn't know what we was doing. Like, because at that point, BJ still didn't learn anything yet.
No. No, he didn't learn. And then for BJ, the character's aha moment, for his, yes, everything's coming together, for that to be the reason that he finally had sex.
It's all right, Destiny. Don't even worry about it. I got it.
What?
Grandpa!
Oh, shit.
What?
Nigga, you got some pussy, didn't you? Yeah.
19 times.
19 times.
And she was, and then they had sort of like foreshadowed that they had sort of like foreshadowed that even though she is in this lifestyle, she was forced into this lifestyle. She is smart. She was playing the game off the television. Like she was participating in a game show. You know how you do. It's like if you watching a game show like Jeopardy. Yeah, you're trying to guess the answer before the actual players on the show try to guess the answer. She was guessing all the answers right. So she's going through all the photos that BJ took. And it's like, yo, how did you get here? Oh, you got to go here, this, that, and the third. And BJ's sitting there like, oh, these are all just random spots. And they're like, none of these are showing any points. She's like, what? Nigga, this is where Martin Luther King got shot. How did you even get to? This is where Emmett Till died. Like, what is it? And I'm sitting there like,
but you see, she could have still done that without the sex.
Yeah.
Without giving BJ a BJ. His name is BJ. He don't want to be like, shut the fuck. I'm sick of it, Tyler. I'm tired of it. Why do you keep doing this? Like, bruh.
Oh my God.
If they just made this a film, Joe's road trip, take out the college. And he goes on a road trip with his son to different places, and they discuss Black history, and they do all the things and stuff. And they get into hijinks along the way. Then I have nothing to say. But because you said Joe's college road trip, and we don't get to we never get to a college.
Yeah, it should have ended.
We never get to a campus.
We should have at least got to the campus.
We didn't get there. We don't even see the little boy ever go to the admissions office. Ever. Nothing. Therefore, I am going to have to give this film a Stacey Dash. It's not giving. I'm not going to rewatch it. I'm not going to recommend it to anybody. Y'all know what it is when it comes to these Tyler Perry films. If you like it, then you got to talk to somebody. Because tell me why you like it. I'd like to know. Brandon, please, give your rating. What do you have your final thoughts for this damn movie? You get me started up, and then you blaming me for putting you through this.
Yeah.
You said you.
Yes. If it wasn't on our schedule, I would have never ever. I need niggas to know that if this was not on our schedule, I wouldn't even know this movie came out.
That's not true, because when you was scrolling through, you would have saw it advertised. I promise you.
No, that's the only reason why I would have known is because of TikTok. Like some
Yeah. Somebody would have said
somebody. Actually, somebody did. I'm thinking somebody did actually post a clip earlier, and I skipped the TikTok entirely because I still had to.
Yeah, you didn't want to be.
And so, but no. So
go ahead. Give me. Go on your rant. Talk to me.
That's Stacey Dash on the gangster. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not even finished. I'm not sugarcoating, and I can't even give it anything high. I can't give it nothing low. That's Stacey.
It gets to a point.
It does.
I'm strongly considering this being one of the final Tyler Perry films that I review, because this just pissed me off that much.
Please.
Like, y'all don't understand.
Do me a favor. For as long as I'm co-host, please let it be so.
But you never know.
Unfortunately, I never know.
You never know.
Sometimes
Tyler Perry text me
out the blue one day.
You never know.
This Tyler Perry movie is coming out this Thursday. You want to check it out? No.
Okay. Actually, let's do this. Okay. The next time Tyler Perry releases something, let's watch it together.
Yeah.
And experience it.
Yeah, we need to watch the next one. If we're gonna do that shit again, the next one we definitely have to watch together, because I swear to God, I'm just gonna be looking at your camera like this.
I'm gonna be looking at your camera like, you see this movie? See, we would never finish it because I'd be pausing it.
Let me tell you the reason why it took. Let me tell you the reason why it took me so long to be able to get into our call and finish this movie is because it took me and my girl like 30 minutes to get through the first 20 minutes, because we kept pausing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kept pausing.
Because sometimes you got to turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, is this really happening?
Like, dude, I swear to God. Oh. Yeah, that's a Stacey Dash on the playthrough, man. Get me up out of here.
Listen, if you've been watching this long, you know what to do. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you want to follow us on social media, the information is in the description and show notes. If you're listening to this as an audio medium, leave a 5-star rating, but more than anything, engage with us. Let us know what you thought about this film. I mean, if you stayed this long, you probably agree, because otherwise you would have clicked away or had already typed what you was going to say, and it's fine. But it gets to a point, y'all. It gets to a point. It is still Black History Month, and this film was supposed to be something that highlighted Black history in a way, and it ain't that.
It ain't.
What I am going to say, let me move that over, is still Happy Black History Month. I hope you all are being very Black about it and approaching this in a very Black way. Tyler Perry, you are Black history. Let me see if I got something for you, Tyler. Hold up. I got you a little something, okay? There. Damn. BK, until we meet again.
Don't put no.
Bye, y'all.
Don't put no bullshit on my screen no more, T.
Not for a while.
God,
I can't completely say no, never again. But at least not for a while. We got to cleanse from this.
Mm-hmm.
We got a detox. We got to detox.
Heavy on the D.
Let me get the fuck out of here. Hold on.